All right, welcome back to the show. We are welcoming our good friend Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, that's really funny. Tucker Maxwell. Tucker Carlson's a totally different dude. That'd be cool if he was on my podcast, though. We're welcoming him back to the show. We're talking about local lenders, why it matters. So, welcome back to the show. How you doing? What you been up to?
Good. Yeah. Thanks, Dan. Just enjoying this surprising sunshine we've been having out here in the Seattle area.
You know what? I was down in Mukilteo and had a cup of coffee on a patio with a coat on. It was awesome because it was so pretty out.
Totally. It's lovely.
All right, so let's talk about working with a local lender. And basically, let's define it like this. We've got several different types of lenders. The first type is a national brand. We're talking Bank of America, Wells Fargo, KeyBank, you name it, right? That's a national brand. Then the second one is what we would call like a virtual mortgage company, and that's the Rocket Mortgage. What's another one? Rocket
Better.
Best rate, better rate. Yep.
Yeah.
They don't have any locals like individuals here. And then we have local mortgage brokers. What's the difference and why is it important to work with a local mortgage broker?
Yeah, so Dan, I think it goes back to your Real Talk segment again. We know what's happening in our local market. What's happening across the country is not always evident of what's happening here on the east side of the greater Seattle area. Right now, we are in situations where we potentially have multiple offer situations, or we need to be looking at different scenarios. And so being readily available nights and weekend in our market is ultimately critical. And so just simply the time zone that the lender is in makes a major difference. Not only that, when sellers have multiple options to consider with their offers, they're going to look at that lender. Does this person have a local phone number? Are they personally responsible for getting this to the finish line? And are they going to be available nights, weekends? If the appraisal comes in late, are they going to be there to handle those scenarios when it happens versus waiting until the 9 to 5 bank hours?
Yeah. And I think that's probably the number one highest priority as a real estate agent that I have with lenders is availability, because we're working at all times. We're working when our clients are not working.
Exactly.
And that's one thing you will never get with a mortgage bank, with a bank. Never. They only work bankers hours. I shouldn't say never. There are some good ones out there, right? I shouldn't say never. Okay, so how do local mortgage company, there's something that just popped in my way here, compare to big banks?
Yeah, so one, I think it's that personal responsibility, right? We have a local responsibility and reputation to uphold, and we want to be there for our clients. We understand the market, we understand in real time what's going on, and so we can help them make better decisions that are timely for them. Big banks are great. They do a ton of things, right? Checking and savings, business banking, small business loans, you name it. That's what they're good at. They do it all. But when you need a hyper local representative helping you on a home loan to make sure that you get to the finish line and you understand all the local programs, such as local down payment assistance programs, local grant programs, all of those things, a local lender is going to be able to show you all of those options, whereas a big national bank might not even be aware what programs are available.
Yeah, I think that down payment assistance, it varies, right, by state to state, 100%. So
absolutely.
And I would even say county, right? County by county.
Yeah, even cities within counties.
Seattle has something different than East King County, right?
Yeah, the city of Seattle has a down payment assistance program. Bellingham has a Bellingham down payment assistance. Tacoma has their own program inside targeted areas within those cities. So those are, all within the King County, Pierce County, Snohomish counties, things like that. But even those local areas have specific programs.
Awesome. All right. So how do local mortgage companies compare to discount lenders?
So I think that's a big one, right? Is you can call around, you can definitely find better deals out there. It's just like when you're shopping for anything. But ultimately it's, the service that you're going to receive. Are they communicating all the options to you? Who's going to service the loan is another big one. Knowing who you're going to be making your payments to ongoing is another big factor to consider. And so there are these discount shops out there, but they don't service loans. They're just trying to turn and burn, get things through as quickly as possible. And it's an efficiency thing. The way they offer discounts is they cut their services to the bare minimum to be able to offer the lowest price. And that's not typically what you're going to get with a local brokerage that, has robust services their loans, will help you with recasting. I would just ask these online lenders, discount lender, can we recast, and see if they even know what you're talking about. But being there after closing is a big deal that I think a lot of people don't think about when selecting a lender.
All right. So lastly, I actually reordered these questions, but with the recent decrease we've seen in mortgage rates, what are we seeing in terms of buyer demand? And I'm guessing applications. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yep, exactly. So application counts are up. The great news right now is buyers are coming in and they're not only applying, but they're getting approved for the purchase price that they are after. Whereas when rates were up and over the last couple of years, we had good application counts. It wasn't a problem of willing buyers, but when they came into us for a $1.2 million home and we told them, I'm sorry, you only qualified up to 900,000, that ended a lot of conversations right away. So the great news is not only are applications up, but now with the rates coming down, they're qualifying for the homes they want to buy in our market.
Awesome. Well, that's great. That's good to hear, especially heading into the buying season. Tucker, thanks for coming on today. If you are listening and you'd like to reach out to Tucker for more information, you can call his number 425-757-9202 or visit him online. Google not Tucker Carlson, but Tucker Maxwell Guild Mortgage, and you'll find his website.
Yep. Thanks so much, Dan.
All right. Thanks, Tucker. After this short commercial break, we're going to welcome on Carrie Johnson from Mary Kay Beauty, our Mary Kay Beauty consultant. Easier said than done. She's going to come back right after this short commercial break.